Father.
All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're doing something a little different. We're not breaking down a movie or a comic book. We're actually going on a digital investigation. See, we don't have a polished
Father.
trailer or some official article to guide us. Our only clue is this messy, corrupted, totally garbled transmission. It's a real puzzle, but if we can crack it, we might just uncover a huge secret about where the MCU is heading. Okay, so let's dive right in. This is it. This is our main piece of evidence. What you're
My life. I have answered.
looking at is an auto-generated transcript from a fan-made trailer. And yeah, I know. At first glance, it just looks like total gibberish, right? A complete mess of fragmented words.
Every call.
But for what we're doing today, this is like a digital artifact. It's the relic we've got to decipher, because it is literally all we have to work with.
To honor duty.
So here's our mission. Think of us as digital archaeologists for the next few minutes. We are going to carefully sift through all this digital rubble, this corrupted message, and try
To war.
to piece together the little fragments hidden in all that static. The goal? To reconstruct the story, and maybe even more importantly, find the voice that's buried somewhere deep inside all this noise. You know, it would be so easy to just look at this and say, it's just a random mess of words spit out by an algorithm. But what if it's not? What if there's some kind of intent hidden under all that? So that's the real question we have to ask ourselves. What kind of story, what kind of themes, and really, what
But now fate.
character could possibly be hiding in all this static? All right, let's start analyzing the actual evidence. You know, like with any good investigation, before you can look at
But now fate.
the message, you got to look at where it came from. The origin story, right? The context of this digital artifact is absolutely crucial if we're going to have any chance of cracking this thing. So
Has given.
here are the key facts of the case, all laid out. And this is important. This is not some official leak from Marvel. Not at all. It comes from a fan-made concept trailer for a movie that doesn't even exist
Me something I never sought.
yet. A hypothetical Avengers Doomsday in 2026. The fact that it's an AI transcript explains why it's so jumbled. But more importantly, it tells us exactly where we are.
Never sought.
We're deep in the world of fan theories and pure speculation. Okay, now that we have the context, it's time to get our hands dirty. Let's dive into the text itself. We're going to put on our, forensic linguist hats and start pulling out the key ideas from this mess. If we can isolate these core concepts, we can actually start to build a psychological profile of whoever is speaking here. So the very first phrase we can pull out of the static that makes any sense is, "my fate given me."
A child.
Right away, this is a huge clue. This tells us we're dealing with a speaker who doesn't really believe in free will. They see themselves as like an instrument of destiny. Their path is already written for them, and they're just walking it. And the next piece
A life.
of our puzzle, the phrase, "the strength, the fathers." Wow, okay. That immediately points to a legacy, doesn't it? This isn't about power someone earned themselves. Nope. This is about an inherited strength, maybe even a heavy burden that's been passed down through generations. Okay, now this is where it gets really, really interesting.
Untouched by the storm.
The text gives us a warrior but to teach. That is such a cool line. It reveals this fascinating split in our speaker. On one hand, they're a fighter, a warrior, but on the other, they feel this need, this duty to instruct or to teach. That suggests someone way more complex, right? Like a ruler or a mentor, not just some brute. And here's the last piece of the profile, and it gives us this glimpse into a pretty tragic past. I never a child life untouched the storm. Even though it's all jumbled, the meaning is hauntingly clear, isn't it? This is someone whose entire life has been defined by conflict, by the storm. Someone who never really got to have a childhood. Someone who has never known
Learn to be the strength of the old.
peace. All right, it's time for the big reveal. Let's put all the pieces of our puzzle together. We've got inherited strength, we've got a belief in inescapable fate, we have a tragic backstory, and this weird dual identity of being both a warrior and a teacher. So who fits that bill? Let's really
Fathers.
connect the dots here. That sense of duty, almost like a monarch, immense inherited power, that tragic past, and this philosophical side that wants to teach. I mean, when you put all of that together, who in the entire Marvel universe actually speaks like this? Who fits this very, very specific profile? And when you lay it all out like this, it's pretty powerful. Fate, strength, the whole warrior/teacher thing, and that deep underlying tragedy. The profile we've built, it's kind of undeniable. All the evidence is pointing in one single, very specific direction, toward one very, very iconic figure. And here we go. This is the payoff. On the left, you see that digital noise we started with. Just
so that I may fight once more.
a mess. But on the right, when we reconstruct it based on the profile we built, a voice emerges.
My fate was given to me. I never had a child's life untouched by the storm. I am a warrior, but I am also here to teach.
All of a sudden, that garbled mess becomes this powerful, tragic, and, well, unmistakable voice. It's the voice of a monarch. It's the voice
Defeat one more enemy.
of Dr. Doom. So, we did it. We cracked the code. We found Dr. Doom hiding in the static. But you know, this whole thing was never really just about solving a little puzzle. The real question is, what does this whole process, this digital
And return.
ghost we've been chasing, what does it tell us about the much bigger picture of fandom and how stories are told today? I mean, think about it. Our little Doctor Doom discovery exists right at this crazy intersection of fan creativity and artificial intelligence. Fan-made content and deep dive speculation, that's a huge slice of the pie.
Home to her.
It's creating this world where the line between what's official canon from the studio and what's fan canon created by all of us is getting, well, it's getting really blurry. And to me, that's the truly fascinating part of all this. Just think about what we did here. We took one tiny, flawed, what seemed like a totally meaningless piece of
Not as a warrior.
data, a broken AI transcript, and we built a whole compelling theory around it. And that's exactly what modern fandom is all about, right? It's about building entire worlds of theory and anticipation from the smallest possible fragments. Which, of course, leaves us with one last kind of provocative question about the future of storytelling
But as warmth. To teach her not battle, but
itself. As technology makes it easier for fans to become these really sophisticated creators and analysts in their own right, well, who actually gets to write the story anymore? Are we stepping into a new era where the audience has just as much power, just as much influence in shaping the narrative as the studios do? It's definitely something I think about.